Hey guys, Joe back in Joesnowmobiles garage. Today I'm working on the ABS motor on a 2000 ML320. And if you have any of those pesky lights, BAS, ESP, ETS, and ABS, it's possible that the motor is the culprit. Now, don't go to Mercedes and buy a brand new motor and ABS modulator, the whole thing. It's going to cost you like $1,500 new, I think, or even more. You can go on eBay. You can find these for about 150 bucks, sometimes as low as 80 bucks. I got mine for about 80 bucks, both of these units here. And the problem with these motors is, like any electric motor, is the brushes on the inside go bad. Now, I'm going to send a shout out to this guy, Jeff. And if you want to read the info there, take a screenshot of it. Jeff sent me these L5-5H brushes. And I found these through one of the forums online. And what you do is you open up the motor, you put the new brushes in. I actually bought some new bearings as well. This bearing number is BR0018. Got it on eBay. They were like $3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new bearing on this motor as well. But in the meantime, I bought this new used module, and it came with a motor that they said was good. So I took the motor off, and as you're going to see in the video coming up, I installed that motor on the car. And I'm going to rebuild this old one so that if that motor ever goes out, I have a spare. That made two of my lights go out, as you'll see in the end of the video. The third one was the BAS ESP light, which is the very first light on the left on the dash. This is your lateral acceleration sensor. It's an A163-542-0618Q02. I don't know if you do the Q02 at the end, but this is what it looks like here. Okay? If you want to take a screenshot of that for the part number, hopefully that's focusing. Anyways, I've replaced these before, and that was the problem. As soon as I put that in, turn the steering wheel to the left, turn the steering wheel to the right to reset everything, and it was good as new. So those items there, and usually this doesn't go bad. People say this does, but I've never had it go bad. But anyways, those three things hopefully will help you fix your BAS, ESP, ETS, and ABS light. And stay tuned, check out the video, it's coming up right now, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this T25 right in here. There's one on either side of the motor. Whoops. Let's not turn our light off here. One on either side. There's one down over here. Right down there, if you can see it. And there's one right here. Now my thing's got all kinds of power steering fluid, oil all over it, but I've used the swivel connector there, and then this way I can disconnect this thing. Once you loosen it up, you can do the rest by hand. Alright, so there's the first one there. Take that little screw out, and we'll do the one on the other side. The reason this is all oily down here is a couple weeks ago my power steering pump, or power steering hose, popped off of the radiator. Sprayed power steering fluid everywhere. So that was a fun job to fix in the middle of the winter. And it was about 10 degrees outside. And right now it's January 21st when I'm actually shooting this video, and it is actually about 55 degrees here in Chicago, well, northwest suburbs of Chicago, which is pretty amazing. But we'll take it. Hopefully we get a little more snow for a little more snowmobiling later on. But makes it a whole lot easier working on cars when the temperature is warm. So I figured I'd just take this opportunity to try to get this rectified, because this pump has got brushes in it, as I've mentioned, and those brushes go bad. And I will probably make a video showing you guys the brushes one of these days. But when those brushes go bad, your motor stops working, and you get the 3 lights on the dash. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to wiggle this thing a little bit. Just going to wiggle it to work it loose. We have to be careful that we don't pop out the seal inside there, otherwise you're going to have to re-bleed the brake system. I'm just going to clean off some of this debris on the top there. And look at that, you can actually see some of the part numbers for the motor. Here it comes. So now carefully, you're going to have a bearing in here. There's also a plug. And it looks like we got it out without losing that seal, which is fantastic. And there it is, look at that. That's pretty much it. So I've got the new one, not the new one, with the new used one that I have. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in and see if our lights go out. Hey guys, so I just wanted to point out on this ABS module, this is what it looks like without the motor. Obviously this is my old motor, as you can see all this junk on it. But you got to be careful that when you pull the motor out, I'm not exactly sure, but I want to say you want to make sure that that little bearing doesn't come out, because there's a little like lever right there, a little valve I think, that'll pop out. I'm not going to mess with it, but if you can keep a screwdriver down in here like this as you pull it out, so kind of like this, and then pull it out, and then just make sure that when you plug it, you know, plug it back in, that you get those terminals in there. But anyways, that's what it looks like when you disconnect it. So hopefully that helps you guys. Not much else to it. There's your 2 screws to take out, and now that I've got the new one in, everything's working great. Alright, so here's our new one, A163-431-0512. And I've got another unit in the garage, which I'm going to show you later what it looks like on the inside, so you know what to expect. And I'm just going to kind of wipe this down around the edges here with my rag. Try to get any kind of debris that's built up around there out of there. I'll move this hose up here out of the way. Looks pretty good. So we're going to take the new one, well, the new used one anyway, until I get the chance to rebuild the old one. We're going to go ahead and reinstall it. Just want to be careful you don't get any debris in there when you're doing it. It should just line up, plugs right in. There you go. And you're going to take your screws, careful not to lose them. I would just get them started by hand. Almost anybody could do it if you have a little bit of mechanical knowledge. So we've got those 2 started. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can start tightening them up. We'll just use our ratchet here. And I'll tighten it the rest of the way by hand here. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Nothing unusual about these. And I know I'm going to probably only have 2 lights go off when I do finally get this installed, but because I do have like a bad sensor in one of the wheels, which I'll do another video on that eventually, on how to change those sensors, but those are pretty simple to do too. I almost should just do it today when it's nice and warm, but got other things to do. Alright guys, so we've got that tightened up. And as you'll notice here, I had to take out the I'm gonna see if I can show you here. I had to take out the windshield washer tank, okay? So there's two hoses. You just pop those hoses off, and then you just gotta unplug the two electrical connectors, which I'm not seeing them right now. I don't know where they went. Maybe this is them. No, that's not them down there. Where did they go? Oh, I put them back here. Anyways, those connectors connect to the windshield washer pump. But what you're gonna find is on the bottom of the windshield washer tank, and let me show you this really quick, there's these little things that gotta push in, okay? And you gotta take off one bolt over here, okay? So, you just, once you get that bolt off, that's right, let's see if I can show you where it's at. It bolts in right there, front of the car, all right? And then just lift up on the tank. You're just gonna have to pull gently, pull it straight up, and it'll pop out of these two rubber connectors, all right? And then you plug in your two hoses and your two clips, and that's pretty much it. So let's put the tank back in, and actually we don't even have to put the tank back in. We can just start the car, and I'll see if those some of those lights go out on the dash. All right guys, so we're back in my car. This is a 2000 ML320, and it got my handy dandy warning light blocker. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start up the car, and we'll see what lights typically come on. Typically you would have BAS, ESP, ETS, and the other one is ABS. Typically those three lights would be on once I start the car, and they would stay on all the time. So here is the moment of truth. Let's see what happens. And that's kind of what I was expecting. We still have the BAS ESP light on, which is great. So now I have ABS brakes again, which is perfect. Electronic stability, ESP, I don't think will work right now because that light is on, but that is a project for another day. So good news is we have ABS back, and we should be good. If there's any snow or ice, I'll have ABS brakes, which is really important. So anyways, I hope that video helped you guys, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for my other videos, as I'm always working on these ML320s, and I think we can wrap up this job now. So thanks for watching Joesnowmobiles Garage. Appreciate if you would hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.